evening everyone, AFC Finners here in Gloucester. The second time I've been here for a match in a couple of days. Saw Gloucester Rugby stage a dramatic comeback to beat Wasps a few days ago. And now, for the first ever time, I'll be heading to the TigerTurf Stadium. Despite not being far away from it, I have never seen a game here before. I'm very excited. This is all the first on my to-do list of grounds for ground to ground. They're playing against AFC Telford. So it's a Tuesday evening, game under the floodlights, and I've hopped straight on the bus after work up here. So, I know very little about this ground. First time for everything. Just hidden here on a nice old-fashioned set of houses. There it is up there, TigerTurf Stadium. Never quite seen a stand design like this before, but I like it. Alright, so about to go inside and see a stadium for the first time, but before we do, let's find out a little bit about today's hosts, Gloucester City.
Gloucester were founded in 1883, and after they briefly folded, they played their first competitive game in 1889. They joined the Bristol and District League and added the City suffix to their name in 1902. After several players left to join a team called Gloucester YMCA, this team would go on to assume the name of Gloucester City, and they joined the Gloucestershire Northern Senior League in 1925. After winning a double in 1935, they turned semi-professional, joining the Birmingham Combination League. After World War II, they joined the Southern League and spent many seasons there, winning the Southern League Cup in 1956. They moved to Horton Road in the 60s and were promoted to the Southern League Premier Division at the end of the decade. After this came a barren spell, and they moved once again in 1986. They won the Southern League Midland Division title in 1989 and even went on the tour of Georgia in the early 90s. However, following the departure of chairman Les Alderman, the club fell apart as many players left, and they were on the verge of folding before Keith Gardner saved them at the last minute. However, financial issues will be there again at the end of the decade, and at the turn of the century, their stadium was damaged by flooding. Local entrepreneur Eamon McGurk helped the club financially, almost eliminating all their debt. They soon achieved promotion back to the Southern League Premier Division. However, soon disaster struck. Huge floods hit the UK in 2007, and famous pictures of the club's ground submerged in water were seen across the country. Meadow Park was damaged beyond repair, and Gloucester had to spend many years sofa surfing. They played at Forest Green, then Cirencester, but in 2009 they won the Southern League playoff final to enter the Conference League for the first time in their history. They were controversially assigned to the Conference North and spent many years there. They would end up ground sharing for a lengthy period with rivals Cheltenham Town. They were moved to the National League South in 2017 and later had to ground share with Evesham United. Gloucester would finally have a place they could call home again in 2020, with the construction of a new ground where Meadow Park once stood. They hit the ground running during the 2021 season, but sadly, lockdown ruined everything, as the National League clubs voted to end the season due to the impact that games being behind closed doors had on their revenue. They are currently in the National League North, hoping to make positive steps to the future as they settle into their new home, with the aim of one day reaching the Football League. Overall, they have won one Southern League Midland Division, one Southern League Cup, one Gloucestershire Northern Senior League, and 18 Gloucestershire Senior FA Professional Cups. And a bit of trivia, in 1952, Gloucester City set an attendance record of around 10,000 when they beat Tottenham Hotspur 2-1 in a friendly, with the Spurs side containing the legendary Alf Ramsey. So those are our hosts, Gloucester City. Let's have a look inside their home, the TigerTurf Stadium.
Here we are, little assault course to get inside. Quite a cool entrance. There's the food at the game. Got a meat-free pie, so it's cheese, leek and potato. Only $3.50, pretty good. So the pie's nice and crusty. Finally got through, let's see. Very good. Can't go wrong with that. That's delicious. Fair play. Yeah, I'm in the club bar. Decided to get a drink. Peach schnapps and lemonade. Don't judge. It's lovely. It's a spot. A very nice 4G pitch on show. Showing about the weather. Okay, so pretty impressed so far. It's not too bad. I think quite up to date. There's speaker's a bit loud. Yeah, it's not too many places I think are really out of date, need a lick of paint. Everything looks pretty okay because a lot of these grounds look run down. Whereas this, I think that you can tell what the areas are that they want to upgrade. I guess like a lot of non-league clubs, they're recovering from the effects of lockdown, but hopefully, you know, they'll be able to make changes and keep growing, because as I mentioned in history, it was so difficult for Gloucester after flood. It's great to see them come back and have their own home again after so long. Seems like there's more set of supporters here, got some nice retro flags. Yeah, excited for a game of football this evening in a brand new place. That pie was lovely, but didn't quite fill me up enough. And then on the other side of us, they're doing chips. So cheese, chips and mayonnaise, can't go wrong. Only $2.50 as well. Look at that sky. It's like being in Swansea again. Of course, it's not on that side, which will make a perfect thumbnail.
Two Lions starting with Telford goal. Number 1, Luke Dilling. Number 6, Harry Flowers. 4, Matt Brown. 3, Brad Booth. Number 8, Liam Nolan. 30, George Burrows. 12, Rob Evans. 11, Byron Moore. 17, Brendan Daniels. 22, Sam McLintock. Goal for Gloucester City, scored in the 15th minute by number 11, Owen Evans!
It's about a quarter of an hour in and Gloucester have taken the lead. They passed it around the edge of Telford's box, and after many opportunities where they could have shot, they finally crossed it in. Owen Evans pulled the trigger and Gloucester have taken the lead. It's deserved, they've been the better team, but first really significant chance they've had and they've taken it. 1-0. About 8 minutes before half-time and Gloucester have doubled their lead. It's been played into the box and Ollie Holbert has beautifully curled it into a top corner. Well deserved. Gloucester may already have sealed the win, but 2-0 is a dangerous lead, we'll see. But I don't see Telford getting anything out of this. Gloucester 2, Telford 0. So at half-time it is 2-0 and I would say it's what Gloucester deserve, but honestly they probably deserve even more. They've been dominant all over them. Telford have barely had a sniff. I think they have to make sure they keep their momentum and kill it in the second half. So like I said, 2-0 is very dangerous and you know they have to make sure they hit the ground running and kill the game as soon as they can, otherwise Telford could get one back and then Gloucester will be on the back foot desperately trying to hold on to their lead. I think it's more likely Gloucester are going to see this out. Could well be 3 or 4, but you know football is a game of two halves. As Telford come out early, I'm sure they've got a stern talking to. But yeah, 2-0 at half time. Let's see if Gloucester can continue their domination.
Goal for Gloucester City, scored by number 19, Danny King!
In the dying minutes, Gloucester have sealed it once and for all. They've put the cherry on top. Danny King has beautifully curled it into the bottom corner from the edge of the box. Gloucester have made it 3, well deserved. 3-0.
Gloucester City 3, Telford 0. City's next match is this coming Saturday away to Hungerford in the FA Cup. Sports coach Trevor is available from the club website.
Full time, Gloucester have scored 3 goals and got 3 points. Very comfortable win for them. There's a very brief phase where Telford had the momentum, but they didn't take advantage and they got punished for it. Gloucester, comprehensive, comfortable win, and they've sealed the 3 points easily. Nice to have 3 goals after the goal drought we had. Very good performance in Gloucester. They'll do well this season if they keep playing like that. Full time, Gloucester 3, Telford 0. So that was the TigerTurf Stadium, home of Gloucester City. Very nice evening, about 600 people turned out. Fair play to Telford fans that made the journey. I've really enjoyed it here. Staff are very welcoming, and for a second time in public I've been recognised as AFC Finners. A guy came up and spoke to me, asked, "Are you AFC Finners?" I can't describe how good that feels. And even the stewards came up and chatted to me for a bit, and he told me he's the cousin of a Premier League player. I won't say which one, but I definitely saw the resemblance. Everyone here that I've spoken to has been welcoming. It's a very nice place to watch football. It's definitely a work in progress, and I think this stadium's going to keep improving for years to come. But it's very up to date, modern, and you can see where the improvements are going to be. And you know, the food and drink was very good as well. So overall, very good experience. Nice place to watch football, hidden in Gloucester. It's been good fun and a relief to finally do. And like I mentioned, it's so nice that Gloucester have their own home after all the issues they had with the flooding. For so long they're having to share with other teams. So at long last they have a place they can call home, and it's a nice place that they can call home too. So thank you all for watching. That was the TigerTurf Stadium. I've been AFC Finners. See you next time, and stick with us as we go round to ground. AFC Finners out.